Now, from Wish TV, this is The Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine. Coming up tonight, state champions are crowned in boys basketball. In the Coach's Corner, we look back at a first basketball state championship for Fishers High School.
State champions, the Fishers Tigers, for the first time in 4A.
Plus, we go on campus at Purdue with former Indiana High School standouts on their way to the Final Four.
It's unreal. It's the greatest feeling I've ever had so far.
It's time for a celebration. The Zone Extra starts now.
Hi, everybody. Good evening to you. Welcome to the Zone Extra. I'm Anthony Calhoun. What a great week of high school sports action as the boys basketball season comes to an end with 4 new state champions. In the Coach's Corner, his Tigers just won the school's first basketball state title. Fishers head coach Garrett Weininger is here with us tonight. Can't wait to have that great conversation with Coach. Plus, we go on campus tonight with the Purdue Boilermakers as several former Indiana high school standouts celebrate a trip to the Final Four. And you don't want to miss our latest edition of Ask the Commissioner with Paul Neidig of the IHSAA. Now, let's take a look at this week in high school sports. Saturday night in the 4A title game, number 1 Fishers, took on defending state champion Ben Davis. Giants up 1 in the third quarter, but not anymore. Keenan Gardner throws it down. Tigers take the lead. Then it's defense turned into offense. John Anthony Hall, the steal. And coming up here with the slam, Fishers wins the first basketball state title, 65-56. More on this game coming up in our Coach's Corner. All right, in the Class 3A matchup, it was 4th-ranked Scottsburg taking on South Bend St. Joseph. Second quarter, Wyatt Zellers goes to work inside, gets the bucket and the foul. Scottsburg up by 8. Moving ahead to the fourth quarter now, off the inbound is Nick Shrewsbury in the lane, brings the bucket right there, brings within 1. Three-point game, though, with under 2 minutes to go here. Caden Richardson finds a cutting Sellers who slams it home right there. Scottsburg wins the first boys basketball championship. 67-57 is the final. In the Class 2A was number 1 Brownstown Central taking on Wapahani here. Early on, Isaac Andrews misses the first shot, but the Raiders get the board and tries again from 3 and gets the friendly bounce. Wapahani up a point. Second quarter, Brownstown Central in transition. They find a chance. Coomer here for 3. Part of a 19-4 run for the Braves. Third quarter, Wapahani hanging tough. Andrews with the deep 3 caps a 10-0 run. Raiders down 6. Fourth quarter, the cross-court pass. It's going to set up here Micah Sheffer for 3. Braves pulling away. Then it's Jack Benter, the future Boilermaker, goes to work in the post right here. In a game high, 25 points on the day. Brownstown Central wins its first basketball championship as well. 55-36 is the final.
We felt that this team was the best team I've coached, and if we didn't do it this year, I don't know that it's ever going to happen. So it was great, and I'm really, really happy for these seniors. So and all the underclassmen.
Yeah, we prepared all week for this game, and we came out right from the start and jumped on them. And I think we kept that lead throughout the whole game and just kept going and finished it off at the end. It's amazing. I mean, be able to win one for him and for our community and for our guys. I mean, it just means a lot to be able to go out on a win.
All right, congratulations. Meanwhile, the Class 1A game, Bethesda Christian making its first trip to state in any sport. They took on Canterbury out of Fort Wayne. First quarter here, you got Sam Malangan here who buries the 3. Bethesda Christian led by 4. First point game and 1-point game that is in the second here. Colin Berta gets it into the lane. It's good there for Canterbury. Just before the half, a Patriots shot is blocked here, but Cooper Jackson is there, and he's going to put it in there. Bethesda down by 3 at the break. Patriots down 3 in the fourth quarter. They get the block, and Luke Douglas scores on the other end here, cuts the lead to 1. But Canterbury, a little too much. Cavaliers break the press. Devin Lewis gets the layup here under a minute to go. But the Christian comes up just short. They lose to Canterbury 48-41, the final in that game.
It's been awesome. We've had people coming from out of state, alums from early on. School was established in 1965. I think we have some from the 70s and 80s coming out. I mean, that means so much to us. People who haven't been probably to the school in years coming back. So it's awesome to see from all of them. I mean, their support has been incredible all year. They've been traveling with us, whether we're 2 hours away or whether we're right down the road.
Well, congratulations to them. Great run indeed. Okay, to the Diamond, where despite having to work around spring break and the weather, softball action is starting to pick up across the state. Last Friday, it was a good one at Center Grove as the Trojans, they hosted Pendleton Heights. And top of the second here, Skylar Baldwin deep here to right center. That's gone. It's a two-run shot, her second homer of the game. The Arabians led by 4-1 at that point. Trojans battle back to the bottom of the fifth here. You got Riley Janda with an RBI triple. That ties the game up at 6. Tied in the bottom of the seventh, Sydney, Herman, the single to right. Brandon Meyer coming to the plate, and she is going to be safe to win the game. Center Grove gets the win. 7-6 is the final in that one. Okay, here's a look at the top 5 in this week's Class 4A softball coaches poll. Pin number 1. Floyd Central 2, Center Grove 3, Lake Central 4, and you see Mooresville, the Pioneers, rounding out the top 5 there. In Class 4A softball coaches poll, all right, in girls lacrosse, it was a top 5 showdown at Carmel last Thursday at second-ranked Hounds hosted 5th-ranked HSC. Second quarter we go as Riley Button cutting to the net and scores. Carmel led 4-2 at that point. Game tied now in the fourth quarter until Sophie Mock finds the back of the net for the Hounds to give her the team the lead, and Carmel wins this one. It's a good one. You see it 10-9 is the final in that lacrosse matchup game there. Okay, so let's take a look at the girls lacrosse Class 2A rankings. At Guerin Catholic, number 1. Carmel, the Greyhounds there, 2. Bishop Chatard, 3. You got the Eagles of Zionsville, 4. And then HSC rounding out the top 5 there in the girls lacrosse Class 2A rankings. Okay, time for a break, folks. We have much more coming your way here tonight on the Zone Extra. Glad you're hanging out with us. Up next is the Coach's Corner for the first time in school history. Yep, Fishers is a basketball state champ. Tigers coach Garrett Waninger is here in studio for a conversation. Cannot wait to talk to Coach. And still ahead, a Final Four bound. We go on campus with the Purdue basketball team and the former Indiana high schoolers heading to Phoenix with the Boilermakers. That's on the way.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine. This is the Zone Extra Coach's Corner.
When I got the job, they asked me how are we going to get fans at Fishers games. Well, look at us now. Let's go. We got some fans in the building now.
Yes, indeed. Welcome back here to Zone Extra. I'm Anthony Calhoun. Time now for our Coach's Corner. Saturday night was a special night as for the first time in school history, Fishers wins a basketball state championship. Welcome to the Zone Extra head coach of the Fisher Tigers, Garrett Waninger. Great seeing you as always, Coach. And congratulations. First things first, man. You were fired up after that game.
I'm a little calmed down now, V. A little more subdued, but yeah, I was ready to go.
What a moment, though, for you guys. How cool was that to have the support from all those fans, the players, parents as well, and to see you guys win a state championship?
Yeah, I mean, I really give credit to our guys. I think people want to come out and support them. They're such great kids, you know, in the classroom, everything they do. So the community and everybody's really got behind them, and it's been really exciting to see.
Short period of time you've been at Fishers, and I know there's some coaches who coach forever, seems like, until they finally win a state championship. And here you are in a short period of time, been able to get that done. What do you attribute that to in doing it so quickly?
I think I've been really lucky, and I've been able to work for some really good coaches in my career that have taught me how to do things the right way, and then just been lucky to have some really good players. So not only our current group now, but the guys who came before them that kind of laid the foundation at Fishers, I think really set us up to do what we were able to do this year. So, you know, obviously I think we do things the right way, but it's been a lot of luck. Good players, good people pouring into us. So, I just really appreciate the opportunity to go through that experience with our players we have.
That's great. Well, it's been awesome seeing what you've been able to do with Fisher. So you took on Ben Davis second time this season. You guys played the first game of the season, and then you end up with the last game of the season. How weird was that? And just trying to prepare for a very talented Giants team.
Yeah, obviously, not only are they very talented, but they're used to winning. State title in football, state title in basketball last year. A lot of those guys back. So just kind of going through that process, preparing for them again. You try to use that first game as much as you can, but so much has changed since then for both teams. And then obviously going with the 2 weeks in between semi-state and state was unique. So they're a great team and a great program. Obviously have had a ton of success, so we were excited for that opportunity to go against a program like that.
Yeah, so you guys led by 6 at the break, and then all of a sudden something happened that third quarter where Ben Davis says, okay, we're ready to play now. They take the lead going to the fourth, but what does it say about your team able to bounce back and take care of business in that last quarter?
Yeah, we the third quarter there gave up some offensive rebounds. Ben Davis was able to get out in transition. So we really just talked to him at the quarter just about, it's going to be about toughness. Are we going to get rebounds? Are we going to buckle down and get stops, be first to the floor? And to our guys' credit, they really responded. Started to get some defensive stops, started getting some rebounds, and then had some guys step up and hit some big shots.
So when the buzzer sounds and here you are finding out and realizing, hey, we just won a 4A state basketball title here, what went through your mind when that buzzer sounded and you knew the game was over?
Yeah, I don't even know if it's really set in yet. We're on spring break this week, so I haven't really seen everybody, but sitting here, hearing you talk about it and watching it's kind of starting to set in. But no, just really excited for our players. We just had such a great group of kids that since limited contact in the fall have just been working so hard. So it's really just humbling to see them enjoy it, kind of see the expression on their faces and kind of experience that through them and through their perspective is just a lot of fun, and just to enjoy that with them, and just so happy for those guys.
Yeah, you talk about enjoying that moment there as we take a look at some video here, and just celebration indeed. But only one defeat the entire season. What does that say about just the group of young men you have playing for you, and just how they're so determined to bring their A game for the most part, game in and game out?
Yeah, I think they're very confident in themselves and they're very poised. Like last year, a lot of these guys were on that team that we had last year. We lose 12 games, 9 of them one-possession games in the fourth quarter. So I think so many of those guys went through that experience of those close losses, and just we're able to build on that. We're able to learn from that, and this year just kind of take the next step and we're going to find a way to win those games. And I really give credit to their preparation. My staff does a great job preparing the scouting reports, and this group of guys was just really locked in game to game on what it was going to take to win.
Yeah, I know it all starts there. You talk about the workouts before the season, and then here we are around Thanksgiving time where it really all gets underway. What did you enjoy most about coaching this basketball team?
Probably just practice. I know
Really?
that might be silly, but I
talking about practice.
I kept telling them last week, there's only 8 teams in the state still practicing, and we're one of them. And I was, regardless of the outcome, I was like, it's a sad night tonight because it's our last time we get to be together. There's just such a fun group. They want to work hard. They want to come in and get better every day. So I just really enjoyed. By the end of the season, we're at 120-some practices or whatever it is, but just really enjoyed the daily grind and going to practice and getting better with these guys, and that process. You get into this, you probably think it's the state titles and the wins that are going to matter, but at the end of the day, it's really just that process of going through that experience with the team.
Yeah, and it seems like you got some great leadership on this team as well, because when you guys took that loss during the season, many folks thought hey, maybe you could see another loss by the Tigers, but that wasn't the case. You moved right into the postseason determined to get to the field house.
Yeah, I think we hit a lull there. We were 16-0, and just when you're winning, sometimes things get covered up. You don't fix everything you need to fix, both as players and coaches. So we took that loss to Carmel. I think it really woke our guys up, woke us up as coaches, and credit to them that they didn't like that feeling. So from there on, they really locked in and got back to doing what made us successful in the first place.
Well, look, I know you don't win championships all by yourself. We know that. And so are there some people out there you want to just give a big thank you to for just helping you get to the field house and also win that state championship?
Yeah, obviously, first off, my family. I got 3 little kids at home, so my wife doing what she does at home let me do this all season long, especially with the long season. But my staff was phenomenal this season, just preparing our guys and whatever it took as far as scouting reports and being ready to go. And then just a ton of credit to our players. We really had an unselfish group. We played 9 guys most games. Yeah. They didn't care who scored. They were willing to give up a good shot for a great shot. And it's hard to find that in young kids today, and our group was really special in their unselfishness. And then along with that, just our administration at Fishers just really getting behind us in our community. Such great fan support, so we really appreciate it.
Yeah, pretty amazing. First basketball title at Fishers High School State Championship, man, very impressive. Congratulations, man. One of the best to do it in high school basketball. And, of course, we'll see if you can go back-to-back. That will be a huge accomplishment. But I know, just try to enjoy this one right now, all right? Okay, we're going to take a break. Still ahead here tonight, folks, on the Zone Extra. It's our campus feature tonight. We connect with members of the Purdue basketball team as they celebrate a trip to the Final Four and chase a championship. That's coming up after the break.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine.
We're back here on the Zone Extra now. Anthony Calhoun here with you tonight. Now it's time to go on campus where we catch up with former Central Indiana High School athletes on the college level. This week is all about Purdue basketball. Last Sunday, the top-seeded Boilermakers knocked off Tennessee 72-66 in Detroit to reach the Final Four for the first time since 1980. Purdue will now face NC State on Saturday in Phoenix with a berth in the national championship on the line. And several former Indiana high schoolers played key roles for the Purdue basketball team, including Braden Smith, Fletcher Lawyer, Trey Kaufman-Wren, and Mason Gillis. The team says it's exciting to get this far, but they aren't done yet.
It feels amazing. Like I just said, we've been working all year for this. Even last March, we lost the first game, and we knew we'd be back, but we knew it was going to take a lot of work. We knew we had to bring our A game. But we knew that if we took care of business, what we talk about, do the small things, eventually we're going to go away with the win, and that's what happened.
It's unreal. It's the greatest feeling I've ever had so far, but the way that we just played and how hard we fought, being down 11, a hard team to play against, they foul, they're scrappy. We fought hard and we won, and I can't be more proud of these guys.
Unbelievable, man. I don't really know how to describe it. It doesn't really feel like nothing right now. It's just exciting. We're ready for the opportunity and 2 more to go.
How about that? A lot of fun there with the Boilermakers. Okay, time for a break. More coming your way tonight on the Zone Extra, including our play of the week. Plus is the latest edition of Ask the Commissioner. Paul Neidig of the IHSAA.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine.
Back here on the Zone Extra, now it's time to Ask the Commissioner. Each week, we take one of your questions to IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and bring you his answer. And here's this week's question. How exciting is it seeing the city's big sports stars come out to IHSAA and high school events to show their support for student athletes?
Yeah, it's really cool that they recognize what's going on in the state and come out and want to support. And, the Pacers and the Fever are just phenomenal sponsors and supporters, even more than sponsors, of high school sports. And to have those individuals come out and watch and celebrate the day with us at the Girls State Tournament was great. And we've had Colts players at the football state finals before and multiple professional athletes in this great state come out and support the high school student athletes performing on the highest stage.
Always great to hear from the Commissioner. Okay, if you have a question for the Commissioner, don't forget to submit those questions. You can check us out on Twitter, or X that is, and then who knows, your question may be on the show in the upcoming weeks. Always great to connect there with the Commissioner. Okay, now it's time to take a look at our play of the week. Each week we feature one of the top plays from the world of high school sports in Central Indiana. Plus, we want you to get involved and send us your plays our way as well. But first, here's this week's top play. 2A state championship game. Check out the behind the pass here from Jack Benter to set up Micah Sheffer in the corner for 3. Let's take a look at that again. My goodness. Brownstown Central goes on to win its first basketball state title. Our crews see a lot of great action, but we want to see your best plays every week as well. Your video could be featured on a future edition of the Zone Extra as our play of the week. Here's what you need to do. You can tweet us a video or a great play using the hashtag the Zone Extra. Tune in on Thursday night to see if your submission becomes part of the plays of the week. So check us out. Also, wishtv.com. Folks, that's going to do it for the Zone Extra tonight. Hey, thank you so much for watching. We greatly appreciate it. We'll see you back here next week. Same time, same station. Have a good one, everybody.